Hey, good morning. If you have guessed by now, looking at the background, actually in Bangkok. I have made the decision to make my first Virgin overseas trip by flight since the pandemic. Yeah, I have not left the country by flight since the pandemic, and I've also not renewed my passport since 4 weeks ago. I just renewed my passport since 4 weeks ago, thanks to a neighbor, a Singaporean neighbor whom I'll be joining up with, he and his wife, in about a few days' time. I'm excited because we're gonna go on some road trip around Thailand, some parts of Thailand. Yeah, just like my last road trip in 2018, when I drove all the way up to Thailand in the final months of my car. I panicked. The fears of traveling alone, backpacking alone, and all its what have you. All the doubts started to, talk to you in very, very, very strange ways. So, and it didn't help that my trust card, which I needed to withdraw cash when I'm here. I'm going to be here a month, so I can't bring too much cash, and the ability to withdraw cash is so important without charges. So there were some issues, and on top of that, some meetup cock-ups. So I almost decided to just ditch this trip and say, why not just stay at home, stick to my comfort zone, and prepare for the next season next year. Then on the day of my flight in the morning, I did the usual routine to prepare for this trip. Gather all my plants, put it in the living room so that my neighbor will be able to water them all at one spot. I prepared to let them die. Horrible, right? Yeah, and so I did that, and I told myself I would go. I called my former student whom I buy insurance from and said, just activate my travel insurance annual. So let's just go. And so strangely on that day, two of my former contacts, in fact three of the contacts I was going to meet, contacted me, and I'll be meeting them, and that's like a relief, because at least you have some contact while you're here in the land for 1 whole month. Yes, I'm here for many reasons, which I will share much later. I am so thrilled to be here, waking up early in the morning, watching Bangkok wake up, even in a simple alley like this. It just reminds me of that road trip, 2018 road trip, when it was a quieter place in southern Thailand. And watching Bangkok wake up, the locals help each other. I see this Iceman who comes in a delivery truck. He literally delivers a sack of like 5 kg of ice. It's heavy. And I was sitting in this shop that sells chicken rice, waiting for my food to be ready. And he ripped apart the ice pack and poured the ice into the ice box for these two elderly ladies who owns the shop, or rather the food stalls. And it's like so kind, right? It's the human, that touch of humanity that is kind of lost in big cities. To add, I actually woke up earlier for another reason. I had brought a pair of shorts, and yeah, believe me, this is my shorts, not from my secondary school days, but yeah, I gotten this. I worn it for years to sleep, rotating with others, and it ripped at at one seam. So I decided to bring it here on purpose to get it sewn, because I know the prices here will be like third world, cheaper. And gosh, the man who tried to communicate with me, and I don't speak Thai that much, he charged me a very, 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 very low sum, and he redid all the seams. I repeat, all the seams that were weakened or anything, on top of just you know, sewing that hole. I was like so impressed. I was so moved, and then he ironed it at the end, and I just remember that he was the same guy whom I saw last night on my way here to the hostel. I saw him walking his cat on the harness. Yeah, the very same cat that was also lying around in a shop, in a laundry seamstress shop. So, a guy, young, buff, fit, you know, doing a seamstress job, and he's enjoying every bit of it. Oh, that talks about breaking stereotypes. Sorry. Oh no, I nearly walked into a elderly man on a motorbike. It's my fault. I'm just walking up and down this alley. So, the sewing job costs just, okay, I need to be very sure where I'm heading. Costs just 2 Sing dollars, basically 50 baht. And that's also the same cost of my breakfast, chicken rice, that consists of both fried chicken and steamed chicken. It's a voluminous plate. I'm so glad that the prices have more or less stayed. But it seems that the coffee lady who owns the stall beside the chicken rice stall wanted to charge me 40 baht. Then the chicken rice stall owner is 50. So I think I'm still paying the foreigner price, right? So yeah, but that's okay. We should bless the locals. Is so excited to be here. Okay, because this is the first day, and I've also another thing that really funny that happened was on the plane. I paid like 152 for return flight, no check-in. Because I don't think I'll be doing shopping here. And if any, just tidbits and ship them back. I'm not gonna pay like 50, 70 bucks for luggage one way only. It's like insane when I'm in the season of decluttering stuff for next year, a big move next year. So guess what? I was assigned the very last row of seat, a seat in the very last row, and it didn't occur to me until I sat down and I realized, oh shit, this seat cannot tilt. You know, you cannot lean back. Okay, that's what you get, right? You let the Scoot assign you the most horrible seat behind. And one thing one good thing that turned out was that the chap that sat next to me is a Japanese who works in Singapore. And we had a very, very good, very interesting conversation. He told me that he's a banker who works in a Singapore bank. His working hours are like, yeah, I did ask about the working conditions in Japan. Are they similar to that in Singapore? Since he's working in a Japanese-based company. He says, yeah, he works in the morning, starts work at 8, and then goes home and leaves at 10 p.m. And he's married, mind you. His wife and his 3-year-old son will be joining him and next year. And I said, then how are you gonna have time for your kid and your wife? Wife is took a stop her work just to look after the kid in Japan. So he said he'll come home about 6 p.m, have dinner with them, spend some time with them, and then continue work at 9, 10, and he will be working from home thereafter until 1 a.m. I said, oh my god, that's crazy, right? But he gets 40 days of leave, and that's normal. In fact, he just started work only. He's been in Singapore only for 14 months. That doesn't count his MBA in NUS. So he's really a young chap, man. We had just a good time talking about each other's culture, sharing each other's culture. So yeah. So that's just the first day. I just cannot imagine what will happen, what exciting things await. Alright, that's update. Take care. See ya.